Hey everyone, welcome to our podcast Sustainability the Green Game. This podcast is brought to you by Bring Back Green Foundation. It is an initiative trying to resolve the climate crisis through active engagement of youth communities. This is your host Shahla along with Akhilesh, the co-founder of Bring Back Green Foundation.
In this podcast, we discuss about humanity's war on climate change, aka the Green Game. We dive deep into curated topics and try to analyze solutions on various climate and social issues. So stay tuned and enjoy the path to discovery of a new world. What comes to our mind? If I ask you the question of naming some of the most effective ways in which we can combat climate change, what would your answers be like? Would it be installing solar panels on our rooftops, driving electric cars, building wind turbines, and so on? But have you thought about educating girls? That's right, educating girls.
According to UN, almost 500 million women over 15 are illiterate, which constitutes 2/3 of the total illiterate population of the world. And these gender disparities remain to persist with very less change over time. All of us know that educating girls is very important for the upliftment of our society. But when we mentioned in our last episode about the importance of educating girls in climate change mitigation, a lot of our listeners came up with a question of how girls' education is relevant in climate change.
However, there is an interesting relation between women's education and the climate change movement. It is said that if all nations could achieve 100% enrollment of girls in primary and secondary education by 2050, there would be a reduction in 843 million people around the world than if the current enrollment rates sustain.
And also, according to impact theory by Paul Eldridge and John Holdren, population growth and their influence have a major role on climate change. It's clear that the growth of population is directly proportional to the consumption of resources. We'll be talking more about the relation between population growth and climate change in our next episode on family planning.
Before we get into a detailed discussion on what are the benefits of women's education and the climate movement, let me put up a quotation by Swami Vivekananda. There is no chance of welfare of the world unless the condition of women is improved. It is not possible for a bird to fly on one wing. Our society needs both of the wings to be in perfect condition and well maintained so that we can synchronize and fly up to great heights. Thus, the importance of women's education is very important for their empowerment. Giving them empowerment is very necessary because it gives them the right to choose. It might be on decisions on what to buy for the household, or whom to marry, or if they want to have kids. All these decisions and choices they make can have a huge impact on our world. Let's think about it this way. Education can make or break a society. And women in the households have a lot of purchasing power. They are the key decision makers on what to buy and what to use. If they had already been educated on topics related to climate change, environment, and sustainability, they would be able to start taking informed decisions on what to choose, what to make, and what to buy. The small changes they can make in their households, when multiplied across many homes around the world, can bring about a very positive change towards the outlook of climate change. This education can involve topics such as how to manage waste in their household more efficiently, how they can dispose it sustainably, and whether or not to trust the recycling facilities in their locality. Getting educated on sustainable topics can also have a positive impact on their financial status. Sustainability, if done right, has a large enough scope to be economically viable. It has become also very important to break the taboo that exists in our society. The taboo that has to be broken is that one single person cannot start a change. But it has to be noted that this individual action that a person can take might inspire thousands of others to do the same.
The importance of girls' education is generational. They are the future mothers of any society, and thus they have the power to mold the mindset of future generation. Because as a child, we look up to our mother and imbibes the basic values from her. For example, when we are small, if she teaches us to take care of our nature, it always stays at the back of our mind. And through us, it is passed on to our next generation, and thus a domino effect is created here. Once we educate the right decision makers and stakeholders to take correct choices, that will create a very huge impact. Women have more decision-making power in the households as we discussed before, and this makes them the structural unit to create a change. As Malala said, one child, one teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world.
We hope you enjoyed this episode. For more information on sustainability and how you can start a change, follow us on Instagram at bbg.initiative and visit our website bringbackgreen.com. Tune in to our next episode. Until then, stay safe, stay green.